My guest today is Brett Christoffel, and he is the CEO of All Y'all's Food, and it's Jerky, y'all. Hey, Brett, what tips do you have for entrepreneurs? Because it is not for the faint of heart.
Do your research. Know your numbers as far as what it costs to do business, because I had not been in the food space before in this capacity. And so I thought, well, you make it for so much, sell it for so much, and you spend so much in overhead. So, you find your way. No, hey, there's other expenses. So it's not inexpensive, but it's always doable. And the thing is even if someone just starts out of their kitchen and utilizes the cottage law to be able to, just go to the events and markets and that locally to get started, that's a way to get brand recognition and grow. But I would say, be clear on your numbers, take a look around on the internet and understand how you want to sell, because if you sell direct to consumers, if you can capture them cheaply enough, you're going to make a much larger number than if you're selling on, say, Amazon or by selling wholesale to retailers or distributors. So the thing to do is, again, just do your homework. There's a lot of networks that are coming together now. I'm a member of the Mile High Network, and it's vegan business owners that get in and help point each other to solutions for whatever their issues are. So there's opportunities for learning. You just need to get out and look. And I always am talking with people and say, consider me a resource. I'm glad to answer questions. I don't know everything by any means, but what I do know or what I have experienced, I'm happy to share.
That's wonderful. Let me ask you, so are you, if I'm recapping this right, so are you sort of saying at first try to go direct to customer because you're going to make the most money there, and before you try to take on any kind of big distribution account, just get face-to-face with customers for the feedback, but also for the cash flow? Do I have that right?
Yeah, and plus you also want to get clear with production. The one thing that people don't understand, and I didn't, when I first got started, is you may have like grandma's recipe for whatever, and you veganized it, and it's amazing. You have to realize that when you're making a dozen or 2 dozen cookies, and then you start making 500 pounds of it, or something like that, that recipe, if it's off a little bit, it's going to be off a lot when you get down to a larger thing. So you want to be clear on scaling, and it's called a formula as opposed to a recipe.